Mom finds severed head in her son's room. That's actually fucking insane. What the fuck?
Oh my god. It's kind of a time to not really know what to do.
How would you react to that? I mean, she's not reacting well.
Why? I don't get it.
I don't have any answer. How old is Brian?
It's wild.
19.
19? And he got severed head in the room? Is it real? Oh, well, fucking obviously. The police wouldn't fucking be there if it wasn't real. What'd she find? A severed head.
Parents have some concerns of some stuff they may have found in your room?
Yeah, I believe so.
And what would it be?
Is that him? Are you the 19-year-old that has a severed head in his
hands?
Like,
hands?
a real human head?
What are you using the hands for? Whose head it is? What? Oh my god. Why he got the head and hands? You know damn well. Oh, that's disgusting.
Hands?
Yes.
From?
That fellow who went missing recently.
Which fellow was that?
Warren Brown.
Warren Brown.
Warren Brown? When did he go missing?
The night of the 27th.
Why is
The
he
night
so
of the
suspicious?
27th?
Why
Okay,
is he
and how did you
acting
end up
like
with
that?
him?
You see the way he's standing and shit? The night of the 27th. A severed head. I murdered. Is this the 19-year-old? What the fuck? I murdered him? What?
Murdered him.
With what?
A knife.
Why would you have done that?
I've always wondered what murder felt like.
He's so. I hate people. Oh my
Grand
god.
Junction, Colorado.
Do you ever know? Right, listen. Do you ever know those people who will like act like they're hard as shit? And like back in 2020, they would name themselves Arson and shit. Do you ever have those people who would be like, I'm so mysterious, I'm so brooding, I've got a killer instinct, I've always wondered what it would be like to kill a man. When you know damn well if they were put in that, an edgy kid, edgy kids, just like, you know damn well if they were ever put in a situation like that, you know damn well they shriek like a pussy and run for the hills. Piss me off. It pisses me off because they don't. Clearly, you have no idea what it actually is like, and you're just saying that to be edgy and brooding. It doesn't make you cool. In fact, it makes you fucking. It doesn't even make you psychotic. It just makes you seem like a cringy idiot.
It's the first day of March, and Warren Barnes, a 69-year-old man known to hang outside of Monique's Bridal and Formal Wear on Main Street in downtown Grand Junction, hasn't been seen since Saturday, February 27th.
If you've ever been downtown, you guys would see him. He
looks
walks
familiar.
Main Street. He's
Brett
always
probably knows him if he's talking.
Yep, he's always on Main Street, just with his backpack, just walking and coming down to the shop to sit in his chair, pretty much.
How do you know Warren?
Where's my left
I
ear?
own Monique's Bridal downtown, and I give him a chair to sit and read his books.
Is it a homeless gentleman?
He's not homeless. He stays in a place. He pays for a room every day. He comes back in the shop because we keep his chair inside the shop to deter other people from sitting in it behind my shop.
The woman speaking with police is Monique Lenati. Her business has been mainstay in downtown Grand Junction since 1995. Monique and her daughter spent time getting to know Warren over the 4 years he's been a
She said he's not homeless, but he doesn't have a home. He just has a room that he pays for. He's homeless.
fixture behind her shop.
Technically, he's homeless.
He loves reading, feeding birds, and eating Subway sandwiches.
He's dead. Put some respect on his name if you're gonna make a little like tribute to him and like what he was like. He likes to read. He likes to frolic with the boys in the downtown happy. He also really likes Subway sandwiches. What? Sponsored by Subway.
To outsiders, he may have appeared unhoused or out of work, simply because he wore the same clothes every day. But Warren is different.
He works for a company that does just like temp agency, and they were the ones that actually contacted me because he's never missed work, and they know that
I don't like how it's just in my right ear. I can only hear it in my right ear. Pissing me off. Like just a little bit.
Without fail.
7 days a week?
Yes.
7 days a
He
week.
is there every morning.
Remember to change my title, please.
All by himself?
Yeah.
Those who know him quickly take a shine to his kind and gentle soul.
And he's the nicest guy ever. Rough looking, but he is the nicest guy.
And
He buys Pall Mall Red 100s every day and a donut.
Warren Barnes is quiet and never bothers anyone. He passes the time reading books, so the locals dubbed him the Reading Man.
But I know he goes to
Are
the
we being
library a lot as
serious?
well.
I'm so sorry. This
like I
doesn't.
said,
That's
he reads
not
books.
real, is
Loves
it?
to read.
Loves
You
to
said,
read.
And
The
Warren has a
Reading
routine,
Man. What the fuck?
one
Are
you
we
could
so
swear
for
by.
real? No.
So when he didn't show up to work on Monday morning, March 1st, his employers at the temp agency were concerned.
What raised concern with you today to report him missing?
Because the place People Ready called to see if I had seen him because he didn't show up for work, and he's never once not shown up for work in the 4 years he's been working for them. So I said no.
True, they
and
weren't here
I
last
haven't
time, and
seen
they
them
are in the
since
middle of nowhere. I saw
Saturday.
that before. They're in the middle of nowhere. I don't know what they're doing.
Because it's unlike
What are
him.
they being
And that's
cute?
the weird thing.
Is
I
there
said,
a
"I'll see you
building
tomorrow."
across the
I said,
road?
I'll
What the
be here.
fuck?
I'll
Why
see
do
you
we?
tomorrow. And
When do we
then
get the non-fake
I didn't
videos?
even think
True.
about it when he wasn't there, really.
Does he ever have anybody sit
Oh,
and
it's
read
body
with
cam?
him or
No.
next to
Yeah,
him?
it's body cam
Does he
stuff,
mention
but like,
talking to anybody?
No, he doesn't associate with a lot of the like transits because he's not like them. He's
Is
very
she the
intelligent.
mother?
Like I don't know why
is she
he's
the
homeless. I
mother
never really got into
whose son?
why he chose.
Whose
you know.
son had
I'm sure
a
you asked
severed
him.
head under his?
Did he ever talk about his family or where he came from?
Oh my god!
Notes a picture of Warren on her Facebook page asking people to be on the lookout. Meanwhile,
Sorry,
5 miles
basics of
across
it
town,
is he's
something odd had been
missing. We don't know
unfolding
where
over the
he is. I'm not
weekend.
gonna sit there and watch
In the
all that. I don't
Colorado
want to. I
River,
don't care.
just off the Blue Heron boat launch, a car is partially submerged in the water. The driver, 19-year-old Brian Cohey, had accidentally driven his 2007 Ford 500 into the river and was in over his head. Literally. So he called
he
his
drunk?
parents, Brian Sr. and Terry Cohey, to come to his aid, and they called the police for further assistance.
Are they drunk? Is he drunk?
The
What's wrong
tenor
with
of
him?
the scene just off the Redlands Parkway is lighthearted. Everyone's
Isn't the
laughing
way
and
to get
joking
out to
around,
that
even
situation
though it's in
to,
the middle of
roll
the
down the
night and
window?
it's dark and freezing.
If I'm right, that's how
Yeah,
you
we
get
made
out
him
of that
wait till he was
situation. You
almost
break the
18
window or you
before
get
he
out
got
through
his
the
driver's
window.
license because we didn't want him having any accidents like they do when they're 16 and 17 and
Gotcha.
stupid things.
This your son right here?
Oh, I only got my son to start driving a car at 19 because I didn't want him to do anything stupid at 16 and 17. You know, how they get in accidents. They found a severed head and hands in his room.
Hey, partner, you want to come out and talk to me real quick?
Sure, I mean,
Appreciate it,
I'm really cold. Is it okay if it's in here? Because
I'm really cold. Shut the fuck up.
That's fine.
Oh
I did not know that. No, please stay in the car. All right. Nobody else in the car.
Nope.
Okay.
No, it's just us. I'm the father. That's the mother. This is our son. He just
Sounds
called us 20
good.
minutes ago and said, "Dad, I parked at the boat ramp and I messed up. I tried to get out of the car and it slid down."
Yeah, maybe it was a good
Well, you're
idea
not
to
hurt,
keep
right?
him
You're
off
okay?
the road.
No,
That's what I'm
just a little
saying.
cold is all.
Beside your pride a little bit.
To be fair, I don't.
And probably $7,000.
Is this how he gets
Okay.
caught? I
All
wonder.
right, man. Do you have your ID with you, driver's license by any chance?
I do. Thankfully.
What were you doing down here, bud?
Well, I felt like I needed to get out, and I figured, why not park here and just
relax a little bit.
Relax. And
Throw
think.
the head and
And I
hands
parked
into
on the
the
boat
river.
ramp, and I thought it would be easy to get out. But when I tried to,
Where did you park exactly? Were you down the hill a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
And then
The bomb scared me.
when I got back in, I tried to
This
put
is
it in
dad,
drive,
by the way. That's the
and
dad.
it didn't go up. So then I tried putting it in low gear, shimmying it a bit.
God, he is
That didn't
scary.
work.
Look
Were
at
you
him.
facing
Ah.
down?
No,
at
I
this
was
point, or
facing.
were you
I was
facing
facing
this way?
up.
Okay.
You back down?
Yeah.
A really good
Because that seemed like the easiest one. Because of the propulsion of the rear tires, I figured they would be able to push.
Okay.
But yeah, then.
Okay.
Yeah, then it slid into the river. I was able to get out.
Because I was like, it's not a crash. He just
Dude, it's like
parked
8 feet
it
out in the water.
He parked it and basically couldn't get it up. It just lost traction, looks like, and then he actually went in it down in the water. He's not hurt at all, so I'm like, how are you gonna get this car out if possible?
Oh my God, they talk so much.
Is he free to go? I'm sure he'd like to go home and get warm.
I'm sure he'd like to get some pants on.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
He's got no
it's not a
pants on.
crash. It's
Okay.
simple
It's
mistake.
just a stupid act.
So
All right, I'm going to take him home then.
Is that
and
it?
We'll come back here.
Why did we have to see this? I hate videos like this when they just show you useless stuff. Oh my God, I'm kidding.
After taking Brian home to put some pants on and warm up, the Cohees return to the scene at the boat ramp around 3 a.m. And this is when things take a turn.
Okay.
The crew recovering Brian Jr.'s sedan from the Colorado River has just spotted something troubling.
Hey, quick question for you.
Sure.
So the back bumper, I don't know, you can probably see it from here. It's a lot of red on the back of that.
Okay, never mind, it wasn't
Dripping
pointed.
down it all a little bit.
So there's blood on the back of the bumper.
License plate. A little area right there. Okay.
Okay.
In the back of the car or the front of the car? Which bumper?
Looks like blood.
Looks like blood.
Blood?
Yeah. I don't know if did your son hurt himself on his way out at all?
He might have, he just didn't know it. I don't know.
That's why I'm asking. It's a good question. He's at home. Is he make sure he's not got a cut or
He just said he's going to bed.
something out on him somewhere that he's
How did he
not
get
aware of?
home?
Maybe
What the
because
fuck is
this,
happening?
Gentleman was a little high. Maybe just have him do like a self-check. Make sure he's okay.
Vehicle.
Really?
Yeah, did you get hurt?
What kind of name is Conky?
No.
Are you
Toki?
Are you sure you don't have any injuries?
No, I'm fine. There's blood on it?
I'm not
We're not
sure.
sure. It's a red, something red underneath the license plate.
Similar blood stain.
Oh no.
He's freaking out.
Right.
Oh no.
But
Oh,
you're
oh
not
no.
injured. You don't have any cuts.
No, I don't know what would cause blood.
Oh, I have nothing.
But you're not injured.
No,
You wouldn't keep the. Do you think maybe he kept the rest of the body in the trunk?
Is it good? My car good? No, Brian, they're trying to get it out. They got to rehook it and try it again.
They're having trouble getting your car out, buddy. All right.
We'll call you back.
Call you back in a little bit. If I can send a message on. Bye.
I got to move my car.
Is there?
I got to move my car for the driver. Okay.
The car is finally removed from the Colorado River, but the blood is still piquing the interest of everyone on the scene.
What'd they say about us looking in the trunk?
They're good with it.
Okay.
The officers
There's gonna
are
be
unable to get into the trunk.
the rest of the body is
Brian
gonna be in the
seemingly
back
locked
of the
it
trunk,
before
right?
driving it into the water.
Which is dumb because why
the car
would?
is released back
I'm
into
so
the custody of the
confused. I'm
Cohees
so
the next morning.
confused, bro.
Brian Sr. decides to clean his son's car. After all, it had been in the river for hours and badly needed it.
Okay, so he went to clean the car and he probably found the body in
So right
there.
away, I popped the hood, unhooked the battery because it was dead. Tried to charge the battery. I started going through the car, vacuuming out all the water.
Right.
Did as much as I could Saturday. Went back out there this morning just to continue. And I opened the glove box and there was a knife in the glove box underwater.
Okay.
The glove box was full of water.
Okay, okay.
Very large knife.
What kind of knife?
And then as I go around the passenger
Butcher
door, I
knife?
open the passenger door and there's a wallet in between this door and the gun or whatever.
Okay.
And I open up, that's not Brian's wallet. It's frozen solid. Like, oh my God. That's not Brian's wallet.
Between the blood on the bumper, the knife, and the stranger's wallet, Brian Sr. had some questions for his son.
Okay.
But first, he makes a phone call to a company whose business card was found in the wallet.
That's not Brian's wallet. So I take him aside.
He quit to snitch on his son though. I respect that. He's snitching. I respect it. Snitch like a bitch.
And then another one, there was a social security card.
Okay.
I was like, hey, this is a weird call, but I've got a wallet here with so-and-so's name, and I'm hoping he works for you all, or he's an...
Did the right thing? No, yeah. I'm not saying he shouldn't have.
Oh, yeah.
I know a lot of people, and sometimes in these videos, get so like caught up in themselves, or like they don't want to snitch on their sons, moms, dads, whatever.
So here's my name.
Stop talking about your girlfriend.
I've got his wallet here at my house.
Angry noises. I want a relationship.
Brian
Kill my.
Sr.'s next phone call is to Brian Jr.
Who was Brian Jr.? Koki?
Why is there a lock in the car? Oh, I found it down at the book ramp when I was down there walking around. Okay. And he was so sincere. I took it all. I want to believe him. He's my son. Sure.
No, I won't believe his ass.
Now, Brian, how come, and all this going on in the last 2 days, how come you didn't tell us about the wallet? Dad, I was just so excited with all the goings on. My car getting towed because it's wet now. It won't start. I didn't think about it. I didn't think it was important.
Is this what he do? His son killed someone.
Who is this Warren?
And put the
whatever
severed head
guy?
and hands in his room.
Dad, I swear to you, from the bottom, I only know one Warren. He's my school friend. It's not him. I believe him.
Unbeknownst to Brian Sr., his wife Terry, who operates a child care facility out of the home, is almost simultaneously making a chilling discovery in her son's room.
Started working on my house.
I wish we had like the footage of her finding it. I feel like that'd be so.
Left the car alone,
You know, I want the authentic like, reaction.
Drop everything, leave right now.
111 is John. What's the address emergency?
Hi, there is an emergency. I found something in my son's closet wrapped in a plastic bag.
Okay, what was it?
I think it's a human head.
It's a what?
I think it's a human head.
Why do you think it's that?
Because it looks like it's all an ear.
Is it bloody or does it like anything like that?
I just need to come.
That's a good question. Is it bloody? Is it like how long has he had? How long has he had it?
Down there now.
He just pulled up. We wanted to make sure he was here before we called.
How old is he?
That's a stupid idea. Oh my god.
He's had a little bit of a fascination with the morbid.
Piss me off again, woman. Piss me off again. I cannot stand when I cannot stand it when parents will actively notice psychotic, morbid, and or worrying behavior from their children of things that could possibly, harm another human, or psychotic behavior, and they do nothing. They don't do anything. They don't even take the time to maybe, oh John, maybe we should start looking for maybe a psychologist, or maybe we should start looking for a therapist. Maybe we should start looking, because I don't feel like this is a good nothing. They just, he'll grow out of it, please. He's 19. If he's got an obsession with the morbid, then he's going to act on the morbid. If he's not grown out of it, he will become a piss me off again. Piss me off again and see what happens.
But he was channeling it, I thought, into becoming a crime scene.
But no, she thought that he was going to become a crime scene investigator.
Investigator,
Fuck me in the ass.
but not so much.
Do you think he's going to be cooperative?
Not so much. It seems so. It seems he has a severed head in his room. You know how kids are.
Or do you guys have any in the house?
I don't know. I think that he has a shotgun, but we can certainly remove it immediately before he gets in his room. He's out by the car now, so.
Is the bag still in the closet?
No, it's in my kitchen sink. And there's a secondary bag that I have not opened.
Officers from the Mesa County Sheriff's Office respond.
She's
to
being
Cody
too
residents on
open
South
about
Broadway.
herself finding
At this
it.
point,
If he comes
all
into the
children
house,
in Terry Cody's daycare have been
she's
picked up by their parents.
dumb.
Outside the home, at the end of their gravel driveway, Brian Sr., Terry,
It's America.
Brian Jr.,
Anyone's allowed
and
to have a
Brian's brother
shotgun.
Andy await police.
Okay, so parents have some concerns of some stuff they may have found in your room?
Yeah, I believe so.
And what would it be?
A human head and hands.
Like, for real human head and
Damn, he
hands?
switched up so quickly. You hear that?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
And
I believe
what
so.
would it be?
A human head and
A
hands.
human head and hands.
What?
Like, for real human head and hands?
Yes.
From?
That fellow who went missing recently.
Which fellow was that?
Warren Brown.
Warren Brown? When did he go missing?
The night of the 27th.
I hate this. I hate how he just did that I'm actually a psychotic killer. Burn in hell! Oh my god, I hate people. I hate this guy. Look at his fucking statue, you ugly ass bitch. Oh my good god, piss me off. Oh, I'm actually mad. I'm really fucking mad. He's pissing me off because he thinks that it's some, it's a TV drama. That's what's pissing me off. He thinks this is some fucking TV drama. Shut the fuck up. You killed the man. You severed his head. You cut off his hands and you put him in the closet.
The night of the 27th? Okay, and how did you end up with him?
I murdered him.
With what?
A knife.
Why would you have done that?
I've always wondered what murder felt like.
Okay, where did you do that at?
Underneath the bridge.
Which bridge?
The one past.
Okay.
Near the weird intersection.
Okay. Do you have anything on you that's gonna cut, poke, hurt, stick me anything without reaching for nothing? Don't reach for nothing.
My phone and my wallet, that's
okay.
it.
Well, I'm gonna have you face that way. Put your hands on top of your head for me real quick. I just want to make sure you interlace your fingers for me real quick, all right?
Go ahead. Phone.
Okay. How do you know this guy?
They told me that that was what was in the wallet.
Oh, so he didn't even know him, bro.
Come across this
How'd you
guy.
come across the gentleman?
I was driving,
Uh-huh.
and I saw a strange shape near the railway.
Uh-huh.
So I parked my car and investigated it,
Okay.
and I found it to be a man sleeping.
Okay. Where's the knife at?
It is in my sunken car. Well, it's in my car.
I had that
Previously
it's in-
sunken.
this is going to be an invest, and I'll take it from there.
Okay. So, did that happen when you crashed your car?
Guy's a
Or is that
moron.
totally
He has
different?
so much
That's
evidence against him
related, but
already.
a
It's
different
whatever.
event.
Thank you for
Okay.
hydration.
What- how's
He's
it
got
related?
no. Listen, you calling him an idiot, but this is exactly what he fucking wanted. You can tell by the way he was doing all that like dramatic shit. He wanted people to find out. He wanted the attention of people being like, "Oh my god, he was a psychotic killer all along. Nobody would have guessed it. He's such a devious, smart killer." No. What are we saying, bro? Thanks for the hydration. Honestly, though, that's what I'm saying.
Well, when I killed him, I tried disposing of his body by putting it in the river, but
Okay,
I parked
so-
too low in the river. And
Where's
my
the
car-
rest of his body at?
Huh?
Where's the rest of the body at?
What parts?
The body, Brian. Where's his body?
Down the river.
Okay. I'm gonna have you walk over here. You're gonna sit in the back of my partner's patrol
Some people
car for a
shouldn't have
minute,
been
okay?
born. I'm telling you, his mom already said like he has had shown to have some morbid curiosity with with morbid things. It's not even like it's just like if you see the signs and you don't do anything about it, then it's become like how he was raised. If he's gonna he was raised into thinking that this behavior is fine. That's not.
Just sit back there and hang out for me, okay?
200-pound, 6'1" Brian Cohey is cooperative and polite, if not a bit awkward. The female officer from the Mesa County Sheriff's Office helps the 19-year-old into her patrol car.
How are you?
I'm good, sir. How are you? You said your name's Brian?
Yeah. I'm not feeling too well.
You're not feeling too well? All right.
No, these past few days I've been very, very anxious.
That's understandable. So what we're going to have you do here is I'm just going to have you sit in the back here, okay? I'm going to turn on the air for you in a second.
Why are they cuffing him? They're
That way you're
probably
not
trying
too
to
hot.
make
You're
it
hot
as
blooded or cold-blooded kind of guy?
you know, to do this as calmly as they can.
Cold-blooded. I prefer cold. Well, no, actually, sorry, hot-blooded.
Hot blood. So you prefer the cold. Okay, fantastic.
Thank you.
All right. So hop in here. I know you're tall, so it's a little bit of a tight squeeze, but like I said, I'll get that air on for you.
Sorry about that.
All right.
Meanwhile,
It's a regular Tuesday. Sorry about that. Sorry, I have to make you turn on the AC for me. Yeah, I'm just a little bit cold. You know, I get hot. You know, I just killed a man, just a poor homeless man who was, you know, sat under a bridge. You know how it is.
the male
What are we
officer needs to go
saying?
inside the house and see for himself if there actually is a human head in the sink, like Terry Cohey claimed in her 911 call.
Is the mom guilty as well? Not doing anything about son. That is true, but obviously she's not actively done anything to the crime. She's just, like I said, fed into his
Let's stand here
behavior.
with me for a minute.
Sit down. Come on, sit down, baby.
Can I go in there and verify here first?
Oh, yeah, please.
Let me
We
go
haven't
do that.
seen it. Yeah, we
Okay.
haven't looked at it.
It's under the towel in the sink.
Okay.
Yeah,
They've not even opened the bag yet, to be fair.
Stay with your mother. Give her a...
Just make sure that guy goes in the car first.
I can stay here. You can go in the sink, right?
Well, yeah, okay.
They obviously won't show it to us. Why'd they move it?
Bag, you know about what happened?
I don't know. Her hands are on the bag now, though, which is not good.
And she called me and said, get over here right now. I covered it with a towel.
Okay.
I didn't want him to see it because we didn't want him to run. I don't want to look at it.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yep. 22, 42, you clear for a call?
For the video quality? No, they just blurred it so we couldn't see, which is fair.
Alright, I'm giving you a call.
I do kind of want to see it though. I don't know. That's weird. Okay, I don't like gory stuff, but
Yeah,
like
let me
for
get
these
this
kinds of
figured out.
videos, I want to see it like, you know, I want to see all of it, like every little bit of what everyone's seeing. Tora never.
Oh, yeah, you might want to call investigations.
She's always had a curiosity with things that are
I asked
morbid.
him what was going on. He said I killed a guy. I stabbed
Why are they
him,
not
cut
cuffing
his
him on
head.
the spot? I
dumped his
thought
body
an
in the
admission
river.
to murder
So, I
was
guess
like
this
an
guy's name is, like,
automatic
Warren
jail,
Brown
like,
or
you know,
something.
cuffing and
So,
stuff.
Alright, I'm gonna secure the house, and he said there should be hands and the head's in the sink. The body is in the river.
Where are the hands?
So, what's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
What's that?
Oh, does it sound by my voice that it looks real? It is.
Ooh.
So, okay.
After the officer confirms the head is
Everyone's so
indeed
chill. Oh my
real,
god.
Brian
I know the
Sr. then
officers
recounts
have
the
to be
story
chill.
of the last 24 hours
And the
again
mom's
to
the only
law
one who's
enforcement
really
on
showing
scene.
like
He left Friday night, late in the morning.
a proper reaction.
Our
The
phone
dad
rings
is
at my
not
house.
showing any like reaction
Dad, this is
that I
Brian.
would
My son
expect.
Brian, same name, same birthday, January 10th. Is my firstborn. My car's stuck in the river. Wait, what? So we go there and he gives us a song and dance how it was a full moon, he wanted to pull down to the water. And next thing you know, since the one-wheel drive, he tried to put it in reverse and the car started sliding, and next thing you know, he ended up in the river.
I'm sorry. What kind of bitch are they raising? He's literally bro, I don't care what you say. Wanting to your son, tell me. Your son tells you he stopped by the river to go look at the moon in the middle of the night, and he was looking at the moon so hard that he didn't even notice his car went into the river. First of all, no bitch on earth is actually pulling up to a river to stare at the moon and go, oh, wow, that is a great moon. Wow, the moon is so beautiful tonight. Nobody's doing that. What are we saying? Are we serious? I'm not.
So we get there to pick him up. We call the police at 2 o'clock in the morning. My son put his car in the river. So
I mean, even the Pope says on the moon. Yeah, but nobody pulls over a car just to, look up at it. No, I don't care.
We called 4 tow truck
Looking at the
companies,
moon
couldn't
is
get the car out of
normal.
the river.
Doing all that is not.
Where is the car?
So we towed it to Scotty's to have it, see if they could fix it. So I called Scotty's and said, don't touch it. I already called him and said, don't touch it.
Nothing was taken out of the vehicle.
Yes, I did. Yes.
What did you take out of the vehicle?
I cleaned it up, bottles, everything, incriminating
Do you know
stuff.
where that stuff is?
Yes, it's all at the house.
It's all at the house.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
in a bag.
No, I didn't know this had happened first, so I'm thinking I'm gonna get Brian's car cleaned out. We're gonna get it all fixed up.
Right.
Call Scotty's. They're gonna start it up.
Right.
But then things started unfolding.
Okay.
We saw blood on the bumper. We asked Brian, Brian, what's this from? Oh, I think I cut my finger.
Okay.
What else has got on? I found a wallet. So I'm going through the car this morning. Okay. And there's a wallet in the car, and I'm like, Brian, whose wallet? Oh, I found it at the boat ramp.
And where were you going through the car this morning?
Because it was at my house. Okay. We towed it to my house.
Oh, so now it's at your house.
It's at my house.
Because may have tried to cover this up, and I think the dad might have tried to cover it up.
The tow truck company, and
because, like I said, he's too chill, and he had all of this evidence, and he just didn't report it until now.
There, and I'm like, well, I started pulling out bottles, this, and I'm like, Brian, why is there a knife in your glove box? Dad, I don't feel safe.
So you touched the knife?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. But the knife was underwater.
Okay.
The car was underwater.
Right. Okay.
So I pulled everything out of the car.
Okay. And all of that stuff is in your garage.
He's lying. Oh my god. Do you know, right, listen, the knife is underwater. Okay, sure. But also, do you remember when he was in that room getting interviewed? He said that he found the knife in the glove box submerged in water. So he probably tried to cover it up, yeah. By throwing the knife in the water. I don't know. It depends on where the knife actually is,
All this stuff's at my house.
Okay.
So I just, as I was pulling it out, I'm like,
fucking, ooh.
The officers update each other on
That's
the
how you know
information
he's
they've
like, this
gathered
is
while
like a
Terry
behavior
Cody
they've just
sobs in
let
the
him do.
background.
So he had the car at his house this morning. He took out.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you know they've just let him get away with this stuff all of his life, because his dad's just covering up for him. Is that girl still crying? I can hear her.
I copy.
Understandable.
So I told him we'd hang tight until investigations came, and then he can
That's
take them
trauma
there
right
while
there.
the items are.
Go ahead.
That's trauma. Tora, son. Hi, son.
No, we're fine. We've got him sitting in a patrol car right now, and it's just the family here, so we're good. I appreciate it. Okay, so where's everything else?
5.
The mom is the only one who's giving a proper reaction. True. She's the only one crying her eyes out. The dad's just kind of like,
he had the car at the house this morning.
and then the other guy, he's like, I killed him. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Car to car or stuck.
I just woke up. What you doing? We're watching cop cam video of
We'll
a
also have
guy,
second address that'll have to either
of
go
a mom
through
who
or
found a severed head in her son's closet.
do a search warrant. It's gonna be fun.
That boys will be
Yeah, so
boys.
Had the car over there and
Suck my asshole, bro. Suck my asshole.
now it's still
Serious? Are we
no one
serious?
knows what's
Please
going
so. He's so fucking for real.
cooperative about taking us there and letting us look at. So I just told him we'd wait till investigations got here. And just keep him here. They have another location. I don't believe this is their house, or maybe this is their second house.
Yeah, I copied. They're cooperative out here, and our suspect is sitting in a patrol car.
While the Cohees await instructions on what to do next, they have some questions.
I know you guys have a lot going on right now. It's a lot to process, so we'll work with you every step of the way as much as we can.
Yeah. How long till the news comes?
She's making me giggle.
We're gonna try to keep that alive. So we're hoping.
We need to keep
No, it's serious. It's serious.
Don't.
Because I don't want
biggest
to.
thing
We
right
can't
now-
have news in front of it. I run the life jacket program here in town.
Okay.
That's
Biggest
me.
thing is our investigation unit.
Oh, that lady a cop our hat. Yeah,
Absolutely.
true.
Like I
Someone
said,
slapped some
even if
sunscreen
news
on
shows
her.
up, we're
That
not
poor
gonna
girl
let them
is
down here.
roasting.
Thank you.
So
Okay.
just focus on
When I'm up there,
breathing
either
and
they'll be able to
kinda-
see stuff from up there too.
Well, nobody else should know about this right now.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay. So, and again, be careful who you guys talk to, who you
No-
tell
no-
anything.
nobody.
or
You haven't
anything.
told anybody
Okay.
Nobody knows but you.
Perfect. Same goes for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Are
I'm
you
sure you'd
family
like it
friends?
to stay that way, wouldn't you,
Okay.
Papa?
And your name? Nice to meet you. Sorry, we're meeting this way.
No,
Okay.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
It's not me in that car, you know?
I can't believe it.
What do you mean by that?
I'm so joke. Got it.
At least it's not me in that car. What do you mean by that?
It's kind of a time to not really know what to do, so.
What happened?
They got a family of killers here. That's their son. They raised another one.
How old is Brian?
He's 19.
He's 19.
110-02.
Mom, what's
19?
your,
Killer
what's your
family.
name?
Shame.
Okay, are
Shame.
you needing medical?
Well, we're waiting on a call from my doctor.
Okay, okay. All right, so hang tight right here. I got to chat with my partners again, okay? Brian, when would you say this, what night did this happen?
No, Friday late Saturday morning.
This
I'm
just
gonna
this
sneeze.
Saturday?
Got working 4 hours.
Okay.
Good night, Shredder. Shouldn't have stayed so long. Good
Just this
night.
Saturday. At 1
Trying
in
my
the
partner's
morning.
polygamy. Bitch!
For what, the car
Please.
Yeah, the whole incident.
It's now time to take the 19-year-old suspect to the station for questioning.
Hands in pockets means you have something to hide, Dad Killer.
His parents follow the
I knew
patrol
it.
car to
She's
the sheriff's
guilty.
office where they will also be interviewed.
I've got one male on board. We're en route to the office.
On the drive over, Brian Jr. makes light conversation with the sheriff's deputy until he notices where they are.
What time is it?
It is 2:32.
She's so chill. Bro. The kid's just a psychopath, though. So?
Under this bridge.
It was under the...
It was under this bridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Piss me off again. Stop talking. I'd rather he act like every other killer and just be like, I didn't do it. Oh, I would have never done it. I would have never done. Oh, I would
Like
never
right
kill
there
anyone.
under the
I would
bridge?
never.
Or-
I would rather. I would rather.
Behind one of these.
Okay.
I don't know. I know he's. I don't know. I just don't like it. How like. I just don't like how like honest he's being. I don't know.
He said it was the bridge here, right by the jail.
I mean, as much as nice it is, like obviously him being honest is great, but it's just. Should have cuffed him, bro. He's gonna freak out calling it. I hope he freaks out. That's what I want. I'm sorry. I just don't like how
The
he's
patrol
acting.
car
It's
is
really
sent to
pissing me
inspect
off.
the area of the underpass that Brian stated was the crime scene. There, officers are quickly able to confirm he was telling the truth.
It's right here.
Is that blood?
Yeah. Because there's an arm. Hey. There's an
Why is she laughing? What? Is she? What the fuck? She's best movie search ever. Bitch, those are 2 arms. Why are you laughing? It's not a joke.
arm, there's another arm.
This is the police force we have today.
Do some pictures. Start right now.
This is the police force we have to.
Another one?
No.
I don't have a clue.
Hysteria laughter? Yeah, maybe.
This is like something out of TV.
Yeah.
I bet he fucking loves it too. This is straight out of TV. They're gonna make a documentary about him. That's what he wants, I bet you. Not a documentary. They're gonna make a TV show of him. Piss me off again.
Right, here's a leg.
Did you point at it? He's like, there's a leg right here.
Could be the upper arm or a leg.
Well, there's 3.
Yep, they're laughing.
There, and there.
Yep, yep.
Pieces down there, I mean.
Is that it? I can't. I'm trying to like angle my eyes. Can you just like slouch over just a little bit so I can see it? At least the outline of it. Is that it?
Yeah, I would think so.
Well, we can
if
run
you
out
want to
there
go,
and look at that, and then if you guys, we can just ask for a.
I'm switching to primary. Hold on.
Oh shit. Sorry, my eyes are just starting to make out like the shapes of them.
The best thing.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
get forensics out here.
After the 8-minute
God.
drive to the sheriff's office is complete, the deputy escorts Brian Jr. into the interrogation room.
He's
Is Dad cooperative?
Everybody's cooperative, including Dad's Brian Sr., son is Brian Jr.
They're ready for him.
Okay, cool. Let me call parents, let them know to park here, and then we'll have someone meet them out front.
Why are you so obsessed about being on TV? No. I don't know. I mean, I told you already.
Okay, so
I
what
feel
I want
like
you guys to do is if you can pull into
this guy
the
clearly
front
just
of
wants
the
to be
sheriff's
like,
office, and when you do that, you're gonna
drama. You know what I
no
mean?
problem.
He wants to be
Okay,
like
so you're just gonna pull up in
that
front of the
cool
sheriff's office,
killer,
okay?
you
And
know,
just
like
park up here
cold-blooded,
at
like nobody
front,
would have ever
and then
suspected
we
him.
will have somebody
You
most
know what I
likely
mean?
myself
And
will
it's
come out
really
here,
pissing me
and I'll look
off.
for you, and then
Because like I
as soon
said,
as you guys pull up and are just parked, I'll meet you and walk you back, okay?
I'm guessing that's a reputation to keep up.
Okay, sounds good. Just
To be
hang
fair, they
tight in your
wanted
car,
to
and
keep
then
this
you'll see me
hidden
come
for a
out, and
while,
then
and
we can meet
maybe.
then.
Then again, wouldn't you like to keep it hidden that you raised the fucking killer?
Okay, I'm gonna walk him back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Brian.
Thank you.
No problem, sir.
Thank you. Oh, fuck.
Just walk with me. We're gonna walk right
He's
this
so
way,
skinny,
okay?
bro.
You're fine with me not being in cuffs.
I'm fine with you not being in cuffs.
I bet it's killing you on the inside, isn't it, Brian? I bet it's killing you that they don't think you're dangerous enough to cuff you. I bet it's killing you on the inside, isn't it? I hate him.
Alright, Brian. Open this door for me, please. Oh, let's pull it. There you go.
Okay, sorry, I thought
You're
it was
good,
locked.
you're good. Alright, just face that glass right there for me. Okay. Just walk forward for me, Brian. Alright, slow down. You're a big guy. Slow down.
Sorry.
You're okay.
Is he a big
So we're gonna
guy?
take
I
it
would
right
say
here.
so.
Okay, keep on walking.
Yes.
Walk through these guys here.
He said he's
Oh,
tall.
I should have a mask.
You're okay. Don't worry about it, okay?
Go ahead, butt of the wall. Nah, she's just scanning her thing.
Alright, we're gonna take a left. Keep going. Take another left. Hard left. Right here. Right here. Sorry. You're alright. So have a seat, and we'll be with you in a moment, okay? Thanks, Brian.
The parents arrive just a couple of minutes after their
They have to
son.
hold her and shit.
Just follow me all the way down.
I get it. Why is he marching? He think he want to make himself big, but he ain't. He's a
We're gonna
small
have you guys have a
man.
seat in here, and we'll do what
Took advantage of
In the
a
interview
weak
room,
man
Terry
in his,
Cohey is
low
understandably
point.
upset and anxious.
Here we
Her
go
eldest
again.
son has just admitted
Sorry.
to murdering a stranger for the thrill of it.
Because he thinks he's cool.
The
That's what I'm
detective
saying.
wants to know the question
He's
on
finally
everyone's
been
mind
caught
at
and
this
he's getting
point.
the attention he wants.
What would drive this seemingly non-violent teenager to murder?
Tell me about Brian. Does he have any kind of mental...
Tell him about the morbid curiosity he has.
We were told he has ADHD.
Okay.
So we put him on ADHD medicine.
Okay.
He detected it during the summer or weekends only when he was in school.
Oh, so you noticed?
Just saying things to get kids riled up.
Oh, so you noticed? Oh, I see. So he's not a polite boy like you said he was. I'm sorry. Are we, what?
Yes, he's ADHD. Yes, he's autistic.
God.
Yes, he's this. Oh,
So they'll be taking that every day? They should be taking like 2 of them every day, if I'm right. I've never interacted with someone who actively took ADHD medicine. So I would know.
And I asked about referrals and calls, and nobody in town would see them.
They tried to put him on meds. Listen, you can't just stop somebody from being a psychotic killer by putting them on meds. I'm sorry. I know, like, it helps with, like, how erratic they can be, I guess. I don't know that, you know, but it doesn't fucking stop the thoughts, right?
Go in Denver. And I was like, how am I supposed to just take him to Denver? And so we got him involved.
Involved in what?
And she worked with him for about a year, and then COVID hit. And so she couldn't do sessions.
Oh, okay, so they tried to get him help.
Over the phone sessions, but it's just not very effective.
Oh, I see. Okay, my bad. She did try to get help.
Just kind of like we were like, okay, well, he seems to be.
Okay, well, you're stupid. Oh my god.
And he's been working there for a year in August.
The detective wants to know more about the medications Brian is on, and if he's actually taking them.
Probably not. What are we saying? What?
Or is he on medications now? He's on ADHD medicine. Okay. That he takes before work.
Okay.
On his part-time job.
Okay.
And he takes sertraline, which is an anti-anxiety, antidepressant. Okay. So he's been diagnosed that as well. And
okay, maybe he
to the best of your knowledge,
I don't think he took it.
Actually taking them, like, do you watch him?
I think he might have taken the ADHD medicine, but I don't think he was taking
I know, I am. And as I
no, actually, I think it's the opposite. I think he. I don't know. I think he was either.
So I assumed he was taking it.
It's one of those. He was either taking them and he was taking a lot, or he was just not taking them at all.
When you talked about the school stuff and having lots of issues.
Because I'm trying to think about how he was acting
that they were
and stuff.
having that made other kiddos
like a fucking bitch.
Safe. He would make jokes that were not appropriate.
Like what? Like what, Margaret?
He got suspended a few times.
You don't want to tell us, okay?
For behavior that wasn't acceptable, like.
Hey, Tora. Hey, Vivian.
And he knows very well. He knows that she has a lot of issues.
Are you watching? Cop Cam. This mother found a head, a severed head in her son's room.
Yeah, knowing that it would put her in a panic, and she cried, and we were like, yep, nope, you know, that's not happening.
Oh, what and where? Yeah, that's a pretty good reaction. Better reaction than we've been getting. The killer, she was crying her eyes out. The killer was just like, I killed him. I did it with a knife under the bridge. It pissed me off, I swear to God.
And Brian was like, wow, cool, you know? And I think this was in 11th grade. And so...
With my person-killing knife. I stopped taking the combo. Sertraline and another medicine can tell into the jerk psycho. That's probably what's happening.
Brian was like, can I check those out? He's like, I'll bring you in so you could give me some candy. So Brian gave the kid candy, and the next day the kid comes on the bus with 2 sets of nunchucks. One are glass, and the other ones, I guess they're like rubber. I don't know. I never actually saw them. Okay. But so he's like, I know I can't take the glass ones because I'd be in trouble for that. So he took the rubber ones and he put them in his backpack. And his backpack was, I don't know if it was in his backpack or in his jacket. There was some differentiating stories. Okay. But so the teacher saw them and they said, what's that, Brian? And he was like, nothing. you know, and so.
This is fucking
Also
insane. Oh my god, lock him up! What are we saying? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't. She's telling us, I think maybe this was during high school or middle school, I'm guessing. And he's shown behavior in pissing off people. He's shown behavior of wanting to piss off people, of withholding weapons, bringing them into school. He's shown the need to feel like he has to hide it. He is he has been said to have a twisted morbid obsession with morbid things, according to her. He has shown he's got mental issues. We don't even know if he's taking his pills. We've got all these things, and yet for some reason, I'm looking at all the details and all that fingers that I have up on my hands right now. For some odd reason, he's not locked up in anywhere. Surely this is clear psychotic behavior that should be studied in a ward. Or am I just maybe being a bit too... lock them up in a ward and throw away the key? Maybe I'm being a bit too much like that. You know, maybe I'm just... No, I'm not. Because he killed someone, actually. I'm not. Lock him up.
Okay, well, what about the other kid that brought them in? And they said, that kid doesn't have the behavior issues that Brian has. And I'm like, oh, so you're punishing Brian because he has behavior issues. I see. So... Brian went through probation and he completed it successfully.
The line of questioning pivots to Brian's behaviors and interests.
How about stuff at home with you and your husband and your other son? Like any kind of violent behavior or weird behavior, like the stuff with Brian's textbook weird. You know, I mean, he's always... You know, he's either ADHD and we're struggling with social thinking and social behaviors and learning and, you know, it's always been a challenge with Ryan. But not violent behavior towards you and your husband. What about other kids in the neighborhood? I like how she's shaking her head like, no, he's never violent. You know, he had a couple of friends that he
We're lying. We're lying. Again. Thank you for the stretch.
You know, he had a morbid sense of humor and would make jokes, and I'd say, Brian, that is not funny. And he'd go, yeah, it is, Mom. You just don't get my sense of humor. You know? But some of his behaviors that we attributed to autism, like the flat face, maybe isn't attributable to autism.
Flat face? What is that? Is that like when you just like go like
any fascinations?
You know, it's like hey go hey Sloth King, what's good?
Crime.
Should be the deadpan? Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Crime scenes.
I don't like how she's acting to make me uncomfortable.
And so he was talking about.
Yeah, she went from crying to this real quick. Do you think? I'm thinking about it now. She was crying her eyes out before. Oh.
And so I had purchased online a crime scene investigation book for him. You know, it's like one
drunk and eating, bro. Why are you always drunk? Why are you always on something, bro? Sounds like a nice life.
I gave that to him, and I was like, so Brian, you know, let's channel that curiosity into something positive that you can affect.
Or am I thinking of someone else?
And he's like, yeah, that's
the vocabulary of Thimble Man. Same.
But you know, he's not going to say always had a fascination. You know, I'm going to say in the last few years. Okay. And is it like shows that he watches?
Yeah. Well, what's the fascination?
Tries to do things to
what is exactly the fascination? Like, what's the looking stuff up online?
Like animal stuff or
yeah, you killing animals.
No, he loves our dogs. Okay. You know, I mean, he's very affectionate with our animals.
So he was only a murderer out of curiosity? I don't know. I don't think so. I think he's always had these thoughts.
Last week he watched Silence of the Lambs, but I was like,
Chat, is Silence of the Lamb a gory movie? You can have a little murder as a tree. Stop. You want some? I'd love some. Give me a.
He's 19. Not sure, you know. Probably all watched it. I watched it. It doesn't make me a serial killer. You know. Was there anything else?
He's not a serial killer. He's just a murderer. He only killed one guy. How many kills you gotta get to be a serial killer?
Sometimes he's affectionate.
More than one?
And every night when I say, I love you, Bugs, and he says, I love you too, Mom, and he gives me a hug, and, he's
making scrambled eggs with cheese, sausage, patties, and bacon with French toast. And oh, that sounds so fucking good. I'm so poor. I cannot even afford to get some fucking food.
Should be at work. He's never, other than his behavior issues in high school, it's like there's never really been, like, anything legal that was, that was a problem. That I was like, When they did his testing,
as far as I can tell, he didn't kill for clout.
Forgive me.
Well, I think that less than I did before.
Spectrum of
if that's what you guys want to hear.
His autism stuff, did they kind of give you a range, or did they say we think
time between the kills, otherwise he's a spree killer?
And they said he was high functioning, that he did
that makes sense.
IQ tests well, and blah blah blah.
She keeps like skipping over info. You mean like when I was asking her what kind of things made him like morbidly obsessed with stuff? Because I don't think she ever actually answered what made him obsessed with him. She just said like he watched a horror movie. I'm guessing that was a bit like gory, but that doesn't make somebody a serial killer, like she said. But she never answered like what made it like a morbid curiosity. Unless she's answering it still now. I know I haven't. I'm not focusing fully.
I think that it would be beneficial if he received further testing. And I said, okay, who do I go to? And they gave me a couple names, and I called them, and they said, no. And then I said, okay, who else should I call? And I called them, and they said, nope. And I said, who else should I call? And I called them, and they said, nope. And there was nobody else to call.
To give him help? What are we talking about?
Is she just kind of doing some basic counseling type stuff? She works specifically with autistic children. Okay. And so we were referred to her from...
What does textbook weird mean?
Okay.
People say we're textbook weird because people call me textbook weird because I'm a fucking anime girl on Twitch.
Like I said,
Tora kisses. People call you textbook weird because you watch an anime girl on Twitch. What counts as textbook weird?
And because of everything going on in school, we said, we don't feel like he's a danger to other people or to us.
Snook, it's fine. I'm over it. I like being weird.
If, something happened, but, and I was like, do you think he's a danger to others? And
yes!
He goes, well, from the discussions we had, I can't really make that determination.
What are we saying? I've heard very little from him, and even I could tell he's gonna kill someone.
So he must have been going to her for quite a while then.
God.
He's been seeing her for about a year. He's been seeing for a year and a half, but he wasn't making any progress with things. Just kept getting worse and worse. Behaviors were worse. Like I said, there's never any violent outbursts. Never, just a fascination with some things that I thought we were channeling properly, and
you're a dumbass. That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. I'm telling you.
But I was like, well, Stephen King's got a morbid sense, and he's a freaking.
Are we serious? Are we serious? Are we comparing somebody who... Oh my god. Listen, somebody who writes about horror doesn't necessarily mean... Because I'm sure Stephen King did not have all of the points that you are making right now. This is such a... What's it called now? This is such a... idiotic... I don't know how to say it. This is such a... letting him do it. This is what I'm saying. She's just letting him do it, She's like she's trying to say like, I didn't do that. I tried to get him a counselor. I tried to put him on meds. I tried to do all of these things. Okay, well, if that's true, then how come, because this is what she said, she stopped having the counselor for him after COVID. Okay, sure. But why? Well, he seemed to be doing well. Why did he seem to be doing well? What made him seem to be doing well? Was it the lack of him telling you that he wanted to see the blood and guts of people out on the floor? Was it him like not telling you that he was having all these mental? Was it him not taking? Maybe he was taking his meds. Maybe he wasn't. But what exactly made you think he was fine?
Millionaire, writing books, you know.
Brian Sr. is dumbfounded by the situation he's found himself in.
Our kids are both doing good. They're okay in school. They don't drink or smoke. So I didn't really have no warnings that this was going to happen.
But he quickly realizes that this is not an accurate picture of his son.
He's obviously sick. He's obviously very sick. We've noticed weird things about him. Some days he gets cold. Just he looks at me and he has this cold look on his face. And I can just tell that, I don't know if it's from his friends that he's hanging out with or
You
what.
got friends? Damn.
Tell me about some of the, I know he's had some issues in the school.
Ad? Oh, hold on. We'll wait for the ad. So, I feel like we said before, we think the dad is so close, he's hiding something. This is what I'm saying. We were saying before that we think the dad was trying to cover up what the son did, but the mom didn't know that they were trying to cover it up. And she freaked out and she called the police and stuff. And so now they're here, of course. So I think this still stands. Obviously, like what brain muscle said, he's in like hiding himself. He's like closing himself. He's like, oh, I'm innocent. I'm not hiding anything. But it looks like he's hiding something. He helped him.
But tell me about Brian from his childhood.
Very
growing up.
He was good growing up, but I think they diagnosed him early in elementary school with ADHD because he would, he had trouble meeting friends, trouble talking, doing funny things. So he was always kind of on his own. He was a loner. He had friends, a certain amount of friends, but he wasn't like, hey, he wasn't accepted very well. In school, he wasn't accepted. I know that, but he's got friends that he hangs around with.
Because he pulled out the 9 on them.
Friends. And we just thought, but it seems like not friends that would ever.
Same though. I was pretty outgoing when I was that young.
They play video
I was
games.
pretty like.
They drink too much Pepsi.
Hey, you wanna play?
I
was that one bitch.
They stay up too late.
Lonely. Hello, goodbye, bye, hi.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why. What made him go? And I'll never know that question. I don't know how many times you want to ask me. I don't know why, who, when, where. I don't know. I'm just as in the dark about this as you.
Still, Brian Sr. maintains there was not a single sign that anything like this would ever happen.
Never been physical at all with any family members. Mom, Dad, Brian, dogs. Never any not a cool bone in his body. Never, ever, nothing. And as far as his friends know, he's never been in a fight in his life. He's never hit anybody. He's just like his dad. I mean, I've never been in a fight, man. I thought just saw he's going to be a spin-off of me.
2:30 a.m. Damn.
Because he's non-violent.
Why are you awake right now? Go sleep.
He's not. I don't know what's going on now. Everything's different.
By the end of his time in the interview room, Brian Sr. laments the loss of his family's reputation in the community.
He's actually more like a killer than the kid.
I have the same name as my son.
True, actually.
I need to move to Mogadishu or something.
Yeah.
Because I can't. This is going to kill my family.
He's going to kill the family.
Well,
I'm joking.
I mean, there's lots and lots.
I don't think he killed the family.
I don't know how this is going to unravel.
Sure.
For the sins of my son, I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
And my wife is just a mess.
I mean, just take it one day at a time. That's all you can do anyway. And I know there's lots and lots of unknowns and lots of stuff we don't know. It's going to take us days and weeks to sort things out. So try not to.
What do you
panic.
mean? He admitted to doing it. Whatever. Thanks for the
No,
hydration.
you guys are in charge right now. Terry and I have decided we can't do anything until we're out of this. Until you guys say, okay, you are released. Right now we can't do anything.
Well, and
we can't go anywhere. I'm not working anymore. She can't have any more kids anymore. Everything's over. It's all done now. It's over. Our lives are totally over.
Damn.
She runs a licensed in-home daycare. She can't have a license anymore.
I don't think that's true.
No, I think that is true. She has an in-home daycare. In that home, there was a severed head and hands. I don't think she's going to be able to have that license for much longer.
All the kids are going to be pulled out.
Maybe.
So yeah, everything's going to go belly up here. So if things are going to change, I don't know how it's going to change, but I got a feeling Grand Junction's no longer going to be our hometown because my name's been trashed.
In another room at the Mesa County Sheriff's Office, Brian Cohey Jr., now under arrest and charged on suspicion of first-degree murder, has waived his Miranda rights and is ready to talk with
psychotic
investigators.
Body language.
They
or
waste
whatever.
no time getting straight to the point.
How did you get here?
I murdered someone.
Okay. But how did you get to my office?
Well, the police drove me here from my mom's house.
Okay. You said you murdered someone.
I did.
Did you know the person?
I did.
No.
No?
No. I was driving one night. I was in a, shall we say, bad state of mind.
Okay.
I saw a strange shape by the railway tracks, so I investigated, and it revealed to be a homeless person sleeping. Well, I presumed homeless, because he was there.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry. It's not funny. It's not funny because he's dead. Rest in peace. Rest his soul. But fucking oh my god. I presumed homeless. You know, because he was there on the floor, sleeping under a bridge with no home.
So I stabbed him to death.
Okay.
Then decapitated his head and hands.
Whoa. Let's go back. Let's go back.
There.
Okay.
So I stabbed him to death.
Okay.
Then decapitated his head and hands and arms.
Okay.
I then took the head and put it in my car trunk along with the hands in bags, plastic Ziploc bags.
What? He just had all of this in his car.
Cleaned off the knife, tried to hide the head and hands, removed the trash in my car that was stained in blood. And then I tried sleeping. However, I was quite stupid, shall we say, because I decided that's too much evidence. The body needs to be dumped in the river. So I took the body in the trunk, drove it to the Blue Heron drop-off point, and unsuccessfully dumped the body as I parked too low down the ramp. The ramp is mud and dirt, so unless you have four-wheel drive, you're not getting out. And I was able to get out, and my car flooded. Let's see, I killed him just after 11, February 27th, 2021.
When was this made? When did he do this? How many days has it been?
I'm trying to remember the time exactly. It was 1 a.m.
Okay.
And yeah.
So that sounds fascinating.
You definitely find this. I don't know.
Back to the beginning and go slow and
psychos, they don't people who present psychotic behavior, they don't typically when they typically tend to think on their feet. They unfortunately they do tend to be more calculating. So if it does happen, he was probably able to think quickly about how to go about doing this. And as Mom said before, he's presented an infatuation with the morbid. He had all the stuff in his car though. True. But also, I was about to say those are just daily things. He had a fucking knife in his car. What the fuck am I talking about?
Tell me as many details as you can remember.
So
a big knife too.
Because I mean, I'm already going to jail for this 15 years probably.
I have no idea.
Because
we're at the beginning.
It's murder. I mean, I'm going to jail for 20 probably. But so I figured.
You know what's sad? Probably true.
Okay. So what's important to me is to learn as much about you and what you did and as I can.
Well,
as many details as you can give me, the better.
I drive a 2007 Ford 500.
Okay.
And I keep a small 18-inch bat in there for self-defense.
Okay.
And a large kitchen knife in the glove box, both for self-defense.
That's such bullshit. You live in America. If you want self-defense, get a gun. What? I'm thinking like an American, please.
And let's see. Yeah, it was the night of February 27th. It was a full moon.
It was a full moon.
And I figured I can see so well, why not drive out? And I am in a bad state of mind at that time. I have major depressive disorder, so I am not thinking, I shall say, positively.
Okay.
And I'm cruising around for an hour, hour and a half. So I fill up on gas halfway through, and I'm eventually driving underneath the bridge near the sheriff's office. You know, like how...
Oh yeah, go ahead.
There's a road underneath, right? Out under the overpass. And I was driving along,
what the fuck is
and I
happening
see
right now?
a shape here on the railway track. So I'm like, oh, interesting. So I go up, and as I'm looking, I see a large thing wrapped in a canvas.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's a homeless person. So I grab my knife, I put on 3 layers of gloves, because plastic gloves can betray their users because they're so thin, those vinyl gloves, by imprinting your fingerprints through. So I put on 3 on one hand. I took the knife, I pulled back the canvas, and I stabbed his neck.
Okay.
He was panicking at first in his old man voice. He was in his 50s. I'm not lying. I know why I call him old man. He was saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Why?"
Do you hear that? He's making fun of him, bro. What the fuck? I'm getting pissed off. I'm actually getting pissed off. He's making fun of the guy he killed, bro. The guy who was just minding his fucking business on the side of the.
He was in his 50s. I'm not lying. I know why I call him old man. He was saying, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Why?" And I just kept on stabbing his neck. This is okay if I do a demonstration.
Oh yeah.
This is him. I was strapped on top of him like this.
Okay.
And he couldn't fight back. It was actually surprisingly easy. I was barely breaking a sweat. I thought, oh, this guy, he's going to be tough. But no, it was actually surprisingly easy. And during the time, I was growling and making the animalistic noises.
Why were you doing that?
I suppose it was a frenzy.
Okay.
I was so excited, so rushed up on adrenaline and everything. I just, woo-hoo. And I paused and he said, "Why are you doing this?"
True.
And I said, "I've been wanting to do this for a long time, murder someone." And then I continued. The whole ordeal lasted about a minute and a half.
Okay.
And I stabbed, when I was finished stabbing him, he took out his last breath, a grunt, and his head was halfway cut off and stabbed.
Sorry, I'm trying to focus.
Actually, after I killed him, I just couldn't stop saying, "Stinky, dirty, dirty, stinky, stinky." It wasn't. I wasn't smelling anything, but...
And why were you saying that?
I don't know.
Okay.
And,
oh, I thought he was making fun of the homeless man, calling him stinky, dirty, stinky, stinky, dirty.
But you remember doing it.
I was about to get really pissed off. I would have been like, oh, you are something else. He is something else.
It was a pouring out of the mind.
Were you worried about, I mean, this looks like it's pretty close to the road and stuff, somebody seeing you or catching you?
It was 11 p.m., so not many were driving by.
The fact that he thought a malnourished 60-year-old dude was going to be tossed his life. It's true. That's why I think that he didn't plan this, because if he thought that like you said, a 60-year-old homeless man, malnourished, was going to be someone tough to fight against, a malnourished 60-year-old man who was homeless and sleeping on the side of a river alone in the cold, probably freezing, putting my hands in a weighing position, the odds are in your favor. I don't know. It's such bullshit. I don't know. I work times against the zero most people feel for kind of stuff. Oh, I don't even want to imagine the kind of shit people do. If you work with people who will do this kind of thing to kids, oh, that's another level of psychotic, bro.
The road, it was here, so people would only see a brief thing here and here.
So, were you worried about them seeing you?
I was worried about one of them stopping.
What did you think could happen if somebody...
Well, if they looked, it was quite dark under there, so they wouldn't have seen the guy unless they looked. They would have seen me holding a bloody 12-inch knife, wearing gloves, and wearing a mask to conceal my identity, a face mask.
Okay. So you weren't doing it for COVID, you were doing it to hide your face?
Partially. Social distancing. Right. Yeah, but no one stopped. And I'm just like, proofs of bystander.
Social distancing.
Nonchalantly, the killer goes into chilling and graphic detail about what he did to Warren Barnes' body. We'll spare you the gruesome details. He then tells the investigators what he did with the various body parts once he was home with them.
And then I left his body there.
I kind of want to hear what he like had to say about how he did it, you know? Is that messed up? I kind of want to hear about it cuz I don't know. I'm curious. I don't want like I don't want to, but I just kind of want to know, you know? It's a bit fucked up.
And then I took the head, put it in a leftover pizza box.
That's what I'm saying. I kind of want to know, but I don't want to know.
I took the hands.
Like, it's gonna make me mad if I know what he did.
Hid the hands and head in my room. Cleaned the knife. Threw away the garbage with the blood on it. And then put the blood stained. It wasn't stained. It had splatters on it. I put it in the dish in the washing machine.
What did you put in there?
I put the outfit I murdered him in the washing.
Wearing, or?
Yeah, I was wearing.
Okay.
In the washing machine, put it on high speed so it would effectively remove the blood. Washed it twice. And then I tried going to sleep, but I was worried that because there was a hole in my gloves right here, I was worried that they would be able to obtain a partial print.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured, why not go all the way? I drove back in a different outfit, picked up his body, surprisingly heavy, put it in my trunk, and drove to the Blue Heron drop-off station.
Okay.
I parked, so it's like this, right? So let's say this is the ground. The ramp is quite steep, and you need to have four-wheel drive to pull out of it.
Okay.
And my car didn't. I thought, so I pulled in, I thought that I could drive out. Because I put it in reverse, A, so that it's easier to pull the body out.
Okay, he's just
And
explaining
B,
what we saw at the
back tires would provide propulsion.
That's
to
what
push up.
acts like what he's talking about is normal behavior, and we do the same thing.
I take his body out.
It's
I put
true.
it in the
What is
water.
it called? It's like
I don't want fingerprints
it's
on a
not
body.
Exactly,
So
but I know it's kind of in my mind similar
that
to
worked
like
successfully. He did
fawn.
some part
Fawn
of
is
the
like
river
when you're
closed
faced
off.
with like
Okay,
someone
I
who's
was
doing
reading
criminal
now.
things. You'll be like,
Investigators are
you'll
still
act
curious to
normally.
get to
You'll
the
act
bottom
like,
of Brian
oh,
Cohee's state of
you're
mind
such
at
a
the
sweet
time he
guy.
committed
You
the
know,
murder.
you act like
And
it's
you
normal,
talked
so
about
you can get
you were
away.
just kind of in a bad
But in this
space
case,
that
it's just
night.
like to make sure he doesn't trigger like any bad responses.
I didn't take my
He's
medicine.
nervous though. You can tell he's nervous. Just a little bit nervous.
What murder would feel like because
Same tactic Tora uses on chat. Maybe.
I'm like, I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
So for some time I had been wondering when it would happen. I always knew I would
watch a
be
horror
in this
movie
building,
now.
whether it was as a criminal or a police officer.
Okay.
Because I was planning to go in the military, go into forensics.
Okay. All right.
And
How long do you really, honestly think you've been thinking about really at some point you wanted to know what murder felt like?
a year.
A year. To be fair to the mother said, did she say it's been about like a year or a couple months of her noticing that he's been prohibiting some morbid behavior? I think that's right. So actually, no, not fair to her, because she had noticed it immediately. No, because that's what say that means she noticed it immediately. She noticed it a year ago. And she said, he'll be fine. He's taking his meds. He's fine. He's acting normally despite that.
All right. And you said you read books.
I read books. I have a book on forensics.
Okay. Did you read the Ted Bundy book?
No, I have not read the Ted Bundy book.
Okay.
I
probably have seen excerpts. Have you seen little
comments from it or things like that?
I'm not sure what book you're talking about.
The one you mentioned, the whole stuff about Ted Bundy, a lot has been written.
No, it was on the internet.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Internet, that's how you know he's a killer.
And Pete has studied him too. You know, so.
The mom says she channeled it by bringing him the crime book. I hate to say it, but she literally fed the fucking addiction. She literally fed him the material. That's actually really, oh my god.
You seem more like Ed, if you know who Ed Gein. No, Ed in California. Big Ed.
Big Ed, are you serious? I'm thinking of Big Ed from 60 Day Fiance, my bad.
He was a Goliath. He was 6'9", 300 pounds.
So can I ask you a question? Almost all those people did this for some sort of, whether they had sex with the body or it was some sexual gratification in their mind?
Criminology, there's different types of... I'm not a serial killer by no means.
I mean, no, you didn't kill more than one person. I want to play devil's advocate for the mom. Would you ever want to imagine your son being a murderer? Most people wouldn't think. No, true. That's true. You never want to think of your own, son being a murderer. That is fair. Some people, they refuse to believe it. They'll go with ignorance about the whole thing. Obviously, if this goes for a lot of things, your child is showing abusive behavior. Your child is showing too much perversion, if you will. You don't want to think, because obviously that's your child. You have this image of them as a baby, as a child, as a toddler, as a little bit of a tween. You don't want to think all these horrible, quote quote, adult things about your child, because it just seems so. It doesn't make sense. You would never expect a quote quote a child to do that, but. I'm using all my hands a lot here, but you can't see it. It's just never grow up for the parents. That's why they never grow up. And that's the problem. The parents will treat them like they're a child, and the child will think that that's okay because they're mama's little boy, they're mama's little daughter and sister and brother. What the fuck am I saying? They're mama's little boy, daughter, they're a child. So whatever they do, it doesn't matter. It's innocent. Everything I do is just a normal thing. It's a normal thing for kids to do. But, Jonathan, correct me if I'm wrong, you're 35. Oh. Where does the line get crossed? Well, at what point do you have to stop thinking oh, it's just, kids do this stuff. Kids do this, what and not. This happens sometimes. It's part of the problem might be the mom never thought the son could be. Never thought the son could be anything, so he wanted to do something like this. Is that what they said? Because I remember. So for attention, then I don't know. For attention, maybe a force to be I am grown. I'm grown up enough. I can kill someone, and I can go to jail. I'm grown up enough to kill someone and go to jail for it.
But with serial killers, there's different types of them. There's organized, disorganized, visionary, missionary.
I'm just wondering what gets you excited about doing it?
Well, I'm not really sexually attracted to it.
Okay.
Sorry.
It was just
wasn't even the first thing I thought of.
And you said you studied criminology and forensics and all that?
Not college study or school study. It's like a passing interest.
I understand. But what were you worried about, leaving evidence behind or being caught?
Totally.
So tell me about that and what you did then.
Well, I was figuring the police don't. This is not to be taken offense, but police. They don't seem to care as much about high-risk individuals, homeless people, prostitutes, etc. So I was deliberately looking for someone who lived that type of life.
Okay.
And I found a homeless person, and the original goal was just leave him there. But I was worried about the fibers on the outfit I was wearing that would be on his clothes and stuff. So I deliberately messed up the clothes.
Okay.
Not cutting them up, just throwing them around. and I was worried about just how long it would take to find him, because it's a somewhat traveled road. Eventually someone with the windows down is going to smell something off. The police have a nose for that type of thing. They're trained to be able to identify the smell.
That's crazy, because he's literally just admitted that he wanted people to find the body and think that's because before we saw that like obviously he left behind the legs and like I think one arm back where he killed the homeless man. So he left him there, and he's literally admitting to us right now, I wanted them to find the bodies. What is happening? Lock him up! What are we saying? Why are we still sat here?
A lot of evidence. Rivers are quite tricky.
Thank you for the follow, Viridian's Library.
So how long have you been planning or looking for someone to do this with before you found this guy?
No bodies found, there's no publicity, that's what I'm saying.
About a year.
About a year?
No, 6 months.
So have you come close or seen somebody or chickened out or anything in the past?
No. I mean, I was looking for a deliberately secluded place like that one. I wouldn't just go up in Clifton and find someone walking down the street and stab them. No, that's too public. Everyone sees that.
Well, have you looked like at the homeless places or anything in the past?
I have, yes. I'll go on night drives often, maybe once every 2 weeks. And I'll just peruse the streets.
Okay. So before this guy, how close have you come in the past?
Not at all.
Not at all? You just drive around?
Yeah, look, just try and find
someone. Is anybody interesting?
No.
In your mind thought of a plan?
Well, occasionally when you see girls walking down the street, I take a glance at them, because it really is like Ed Kemper, where half of me says, well, I'm quite inept with women. I'm being honest, I'm no Casanova.
Really? Really? You don't say. I would never have guessed. You look like such a outspoken man.
He says, I want to take that girl home and make her feel nice. And the other half of me, it's just like what Ed said, is I want to see what her head looks like on a stick.
This is what I was talking about when I was saying, like, kids who show, like, a behavior that could be troubling, that, like, your kid is showing abusive behavior, your kid is showing sexually perverse behavior that could develop. This is what it comes to. This is what it becomes. It becomes a guy who, let's be real, is awkward as shit, looks a little bit like he doesn't shower every day, or at least every week, or at least once a week. It becomes people like this, and then you get people like him. It's like, I really want to take that girl on a nice date, and then stab her over and over again, cut her up from the inside. What are we saying? Oh my good God.
So occasionally when I'm driving down the road, if I see someone that catches my eye, I'll just like...
Calm down, he's putting a real serious... I don't care!
Were you worried about getting caught while you were doing it, or before you did it?
I was worried about afterwards. For this past day and a half, including this day, I felt so anxious.
He's agreeing with that quote, that's all I'm saying.
Not only is my car in the river, there's blood on it, there's body parts in my house, my parents like to look through my things occasionally, and when they see blood, and eventually when they're going to get the news that a body was found in the river, that's very much circumstantial evidence that's pointing to me. So I was very much anxious these past days that I was eventually going to get caught.
Okay. What did you think would happen if you got caught?
Well, I figured my mother would have confronted me about it, but no, she was You didn't even say it until the police arrived. I thought the police would handcuff me, but apparently I've been cooperational, so...
Detective's line of questioning moves on to the big question. Why now?
So what in your life has changed, or what in your mind has changed to make you... I don't know.
Just kind of conversational.
Yeah,
we said this before. It's like, it's common that they don't feel
Call me weird, but
any
I
remorse.
think everyone has had thoughts of shooting up their school.
Psychos at least.
I didn't know.
He wants to because he wanted this. Did he say that?
Thought I'll kill someone, or was it a gradual? So what in your life has changed, or what in your mind has changed to make you... I don't know.
I don't know.
All of a sudden one day you woke up and thought I'll kill someone, or was it a gradual?
Sorry, I know we're repeating this. I was listening, my bad.
Call me weird, but I think everyone has had thoughts of shooting up their school.
No. Surprisingly enough, I have not had thoughts when I was in high school, obviously. When I was in high school, I did not have thoughts of shooting up my school. For some reason, I don't think I've ever had that thought. Sorry if I'm assuming. I'm almost sure. You chat. I hope to God you've never thought about shooting up your school, because this is gonna be you.
I didn't know.
Oh, what are we saying, bro? I had a lot of thoughts of stopping a shooting, but not the other way around, like a hero fantasy. I'd rather a hero fantasy than a villain's fantasy. My good God. I was a depressive mess as a kid. Well, I hope you don't want to shoot up a school now. I'm back. Hi.
And then because of that, I suppose I just don't really like people at all.
I can relate to that. Not to him, but just to the sentence.
Oh, no.
So, thoughts of shooting up the school to today, what has happened?
Well, last year, my parents found a kit I had been assembling. It had hammers, shovels,
kit for
knives.
Okay, this is who was saying it before that he planned this? I think it was Zach. He was saying over and over again that he had planned this. Yeah, the zip ties, the knives, the saw. Yeah, he planned this. I don't care.
Large zip ties.
3013 well, you know what I mean.
Saw. That was meant for hurting people.
Cuff him.
They found it though, and they were ready to call the police until I had convinced them it was via other methods, for other things, like, and it was an ultimatum where if I didn't throw it away, all that, they would call the police, and then I would have been arrested on charges of conspiracy.
And what if he hadn't been caught? Would Brian Cohey have killed again?
If you had not been caught by your folks, what do you think you would have done next?
With the kid?
I don't know. No. Let's talk about like today. If you would have been able to get rid of the head, and your folks did not find it.
Well, it depends.
Okay.
Would you guys have been able to solve it if the body was found in the river, the head and hands were missing, and
I don't like it. Do you hear how he's like talking about like this full-on detective agency, this police like office or whatever, I don't know where they are, he's talking about it as if he's like, as if the whole police department is fucking stupid, like they couldn't figure out that a body at the bottom of the river, and I'm gonna fucking smash my head against a wall.
Well, we like to think so, but who knows?
Right,
exactly.
We'd love to think so, but
let's say we didn't solve it. What happens next?
Then what would you have thought of to do next?
Well, I thought I would have been very careful, because I would have been worried at any moment this could become a cold case, and then it could be solved later on down the line. So I probably would have done it again. because that was just.
I don't believe you. I don't believe him. I fully believe he would have done it again.
Just kept the secret to your grave.
But he can't say that because
Brian
then
Cohen's
if he says that, like, oh yeah, I would have done it again, because then they send him off. Then they send him somewhere. Then they send him not to jail, but they probably send him to a more guarded jail. You know what I mean? He did though. Did what? Kill again?
Trial, where he pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, lasted for 12 days.
I need to stand up. I need to sit up. I'm sorry. What? He pleaded not guilty. Pleading not guilty after admitting it is bullshit. He claimed insanity. I claim bullshit.
Throughout the proceedings, Cohen's attorney argued that his mental illnesses prevented him from knowing right from wrong.
Are we serious? Pause. Rewind. You guys were saying that you guys have autism and ADHD, right? I have never been diagnosed. I've been told I might have ADHD, but I don't want to claim that. But I'm almost positive people with autism and ADHD and anxiety and depression, I'm pretty sure not all of them go out and kill people. I'm sure not all of them cut off the hands, legs, arms, head, and body of a homeless man they found on the side. I'm almost sure they don't make kits to kill. What the fuck?
But the jury didn't buy it. They deliberated for 2 days before finding him guilty of first-degree murder.
Really?
Judge Richard
Wait, hold on. Is first degree planned? Hold on, let me Google it. Hold on. Is first degree murder planned? No, it's so funny. Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you. Let's finish this.
Burley said that in his 37 years in the court system and 16 years as a judge, this was one of the most horrific cases he's ever seen. Cohen was sentenced to life in prison plus 13 and a half years with no chance of parole. A far cry from the 15 years he believed he would receive when he was first interrogated. He is currently serving out his sentence at the Buena Vista Correctional.
He didn't look like this before. What the fuck happened? Did he change his entire face shape? What just happened? Why does he look like this now? Did they give him a head? What the fuck happened?
Complex in Chaffee County, Colorado, where he will stay for the remainder of his natural life. Brian Cohen thought that he could get away with murder by taking the life of someone he believed wouldn't be worthy of an investigation.
True. I was thinking this at the beginning, but I didn't say anything. He killed the homeless man because the homeless man, not many people knew of him, obviously. You know, not many people knew of the homeless man. People reported him missing, but they didn't have any, like, I don't know if he had any friends, or, you know, stuff, but he clearly thought that the homeless man wouldn't matter. And I've been thinking, he lives on this big ass estate. He's got look at that house in the back. That's a big ass house. You know how much a house like that costs nowadays? Lots of money. Too much money. And he got his own car. He got parents who just willing to let him do whatever the fuck he wants. He's like a privileged little bitch. Ooh, second house. He's got a second house.
That's more wrong. Warren Barnes was not only a beloved man in the downtown Grand Junction community, but most importantly, he was a human being who deserved to be treated with the dignity and respect that he offered others. According to the Colorado Sun, Barnes was a lifelong resident of the Grand Valley and told people that he spent time as a cowboy in the Book Cliff Mountains north of Grand Junction. He had a wife, a daughter, and a granddaughter. A sculpture by ironworker Tim Navin of a tree, chair, and stack of books, commissioned by one of the many people whose path intertwined with Barnes, sits in the breezeway outside of Monique's bridal shop where he used to pass the time. His mantra, "And you also," is inscribed on one of the books. The memory of the reading man lives on in downtown Grand Junction, despite a monster's attempt otherwise.
Rest in peace, bro. That's horrible. That's horrible. That's terrible. Fuck that guy, bro. I'm sorry.